Um, this is a very important information that I think everybody is supposed to be acquainted on. Is actually about a book I studied, I went through. It's called Rich Dad Poor Dad. It was written by Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah, it was very interesting and a beautiful book, and the book was entirely based on investment. It was based on um, ensuring that your money is being spent on unnecessary things, not things that you want, but things that you entirely need. So in chapter one of that book, he spoke about the rat race. The rat race in the sense that we humans, especially we Nigerians, we tend to live based on how others get to perceive us. Our living lifestyle is based on how others get to read us, get to study us, and due to that, we live a life of luxurious, a life of ostentatiousness, in the sense that I had this a friend of mine. I had this friend of mine back then when we were in school. His level of spending was very disturbing. To some extent, I was like, I be the guy that want to make me vex. You get, so he spent a lot, even on things that he doesn't need. We can just be working today. He decides to see a bag of 50,000 naira. He doesn't even mind purchasing it. Why? Because he had the money. But that is a very wrong way of living. That is a very wrong way of spending. In economics, we call that economic sin, because you don't eat because you see food. You only eat when you are hungry. But in his cases, anything he sees, anything his heart or his eyes desires, he gets. Just like the King Solomon in the Bible, but his is now King King Nigeria, but you get, which is a very wrong way of living life. But in the Rich Dad Poor Dad, written by Robert Kiyosaki, he speaks about how we humans, we tend to spend on things that is not worth spending on. And he gave an instance of example: I own a job, I am being paid 50,000 naira, and I so much desire an increase or a raise to a particular substantial amount of money. But that is not the case. The level of payment or the amount of money being paid to me does not determine my level of investment or my level of spending. But what does is my character, is my level of investment, is my level of long-term thinking. That is one thing most Nigerians need to inculcate in themselves. They don't just